Just got back from Rick Wolf's personal collection of pedal bikes and motorcycles. I had to pick up a couple parts for the servi-car. He showed us, they say, some of his collection. I'm going to go back and chat with him a bit more in depth on it, on pedal bikes and motorcycles. But here's a sneak peek. So this one here, Rick,
it's
what?
A 6 Indian, 1906 Indian.
1906 Indian.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
And you say this was found in
Kansas junkyard.
Kansas junkyard.
Wow.
1906. Remarkable. And you'll have, when you're done with this, everything runs, Rick?
Oh yeah, the engines are all done. That
Yep.
engine's completely rebuilt.
Yeah.
All my engines are rebuilt.
Okay.
And then
By Jim Carson.
from Jim Carson. And this next one here?
This is a 14 Excelsior belt drive.
Quite the headlight on it back then.
With Excelsior headlight brackets. They're marked, they're stamped inside with Excelsior.
Okay. Pretty remarkable.
Yes, it is. It's something I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
Here, I'll throw the gas tank inside for you and make it more dramatic.
And you did all the paint yourself.
Yep. This is all hand painted.
Just remarkable. That finishes it off though right there, Rick, to be honest. That looks amazing. But I'm definitely going to come back another time and act like a sponge if there's an opportunity for me to do so. Now the tire on this one, sir, Rick, is this an original? That is original.
Original tire.
Yeah.
This belonged to a good friend, Dave Brander of Sarnia, who passed away 5 years ago. Complications of diabetes and COVID. And Davey was a great kid. I got him collecting motorcycles when he was 16. And unfortunately, diabetes took him out at the age of 50.
Wow, that's pretty young for that, isn't it?
And I took care of this bike for him for years. And he willed the bike collection to me.
Oh, isn't that nice?
And I sold the bikes and his widow. 1912 Harley.
This one here.
Yeah.
I
This is original paint. The frame's original paint. The gas tank and the fenders I painted. But the tanks are original. All sheet metal's original. Everything's original on this except for the muffler and the exhaust pipe.
Okay.
Coker tires. Reproduction Coker tires, which you gotta utilize.
yeah.
It's got a speedometer, front wheel drive.
Yeah, I see that. I was just looking at that.
So, what company would make the reproduction? Just like Firestone?
Coker tire.
They still in business?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Out of Tennessee. Corky Coker sold the company 3 years ago. I know Corky well. And you can check his stuff out online, his car collection and motorcycle collection.
Wow. Yeah.
Mike Wolf has him on the show every once in a while. You'll see Corky. We're already planning to raid the place. There was 20 motorcycles and collectible cars.
Jeez, yeah, that's
I had to liquidate the estate. I liquidated the estate.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Pretty something else.
And the Indians were all up in the garage.
So the you get all the gas up you have in your house, obviously.
Well, yeah, they get aired out.
Yeah.
And they get what do you call it in there? There's a chemical I put in the tanks that evaporate.
Rick Wolf's here.
Well, no.
His bicycle collection.
The liabilities.
Oh yeah.
And the oil gets drained.
We've got a Henderson here. 1929.
Yeah. And then they're ready to go when I bring them out to take to a show, like I was riding this one in Philadelphia last year.
Rick's just talking to one eye there.
Well, I hope you live to be 100 so you can keep going.
Here's a Cleveland.
Yeah, well, it's quite a phenomenal thing you got here. Yeah.
So Rick, could you give me the walkthrough on this Harley again with the rag car on the back?
That's a Signet rear motorcycle car mounted to a 1915 3-speed Harley. First year of the 3-speed.
First year of the 3-speed.
61-inch engine.
Like
14 was the first year for the 61.
like you say, you could detach it and just be a two-wheeler again. That's pretty remarkable. And it's one of two that you know that's in existence. And the other one's at the Wheels Through Time
The
museum.
Wassler collection.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah.
You know, it's got an emergency brake on it too.
For parking.
On the right hand side.
Oh yeah, yeah. Emergency
So
brake.
if you're parked on a hill.
Right here. Emergency brake lever.
Yeah.
And then this Cleveland was a Chicago Cleveland?
The blue one is a Chicago Henderson.
Or excuse me, Henderson. I'm sorry. Yeah.
KJ Henderson, 1929.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff. Yeah.
And
It
then
has a 2-bolt Chevler high-performance carburetor on it, which they would have used on aviation
okay.
for airplanes in the time. Those engines were sought after. These KJ engines were sought after. They would shave off the transmission and put a propeller on them and make a Heath air conversion for airplanes.
Wow.
That's how performing those engines are with the Ricardo cylinders.
Reliable too, I would say.
Is that a linker on the Cleveland or just a
That's a Chevrolet.
Chevler on there? Yeah, just kind of.
Linker came out later.
Okay. Just almost the bowl looks almost the same.
Chevrolet was around till the 30s, and then Linker came out in mid-30s.
Backrest on it too.
Yeah.
Original backrest for the top.
Jeez, remarkable.
It's got a decal on the back of the seat, made in New Jersey.
Wow.
That is remarkable.
Pretty phenomenal.
I agree. This is
Toys, trinkets.
unbelievable.
There's the advertisement for the Cleveland.
Amazing, amazing.
How many bikes do you think you have, Rick?
Now,
Yeah.
14, maybe 12, 14, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I meant pedal bikes this time.
Oh, pedal bikes?
Yeah.
I think they're wooden rim bikes that are 60. High wheels, I'm down to 12. I had 20 of them down here last month. I sold that many.
Wow, good for you. Well, you gotta start liquidating.
Oh no, I'm selling to young guys to get them
Young
into the hobby.
collectors. Oh, good for you. Yeah, well, I mean, that's, I guess, who would only want them. You know, they aren't gonna ride them or anything.
Oh, I still ride. This one over here, against the wall.
Yeah.
I rode that from Maple, Ontario to
You
Philadelphia.
go by my house.
I rode that 750 miles
What?
in 97.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
documented. News, media, and coverage and everything. From Maple, Ontario, north of Toronto to Philadelphia. I
Wow.
rode right downtown Toronto.
Oh my
Beautiful
God.
little shop here.
Along Lake Shore to Niagara.
You have an entourage like a
News media.
news, yeah, because you don't.
We had no SAG support.
Really?
We did it all
Oh
off
my
the hill.
God. My gosh, that's pretty crazy.
I crashed 21 miles from my end game, caused a hematoma to my spine.
Oh my gosh.
I was black and blue from here to here to my knees. And the next day I rode in a 100-mile road race.
My God, how many miles would you do a day on that?
100.
100 miles a day on that.
We did it in 9 days.
Now that doesn't, you got to keep pedaling. with that.
Continuous pedaling. It's fixed gear.
1915 Harley.
That's what I thought with those. They're all like that, all the big wheels, eh?
Yeah. All fixed gear.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the wooden rim bikes are too.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
This is
that's still
fixed.
Back in the
This
area.
is fixed gear. Brakes didn't come on bikes till 1901.
Wow.
And at your prime for motorbikes, how many did you have at once?
Before we lived here, I had over 85.
85.
Well, so
Remarkable.
going downhill with this, you'd have to kind of be fairly.
Some
Depends
guys
on
will have coaster pegs on the forks. You see these pads here?
Yeah.
That's where you lock your heels in.
Oh, really?
And they called it scorching.
1914
Okay.
Harley.
Okay, you to brake on the rubber. I get you.
No,
Oh,
no, just the coast down the hill, because those pedals would be going around like a rotisserie.
Oh gosh, yeah, it would take your leg off. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah,
wondering-
just be a
I
Those
thought-
direct-
rat
I
traps,
thought you would
those
stop
rat
it.
traps would rip your shins off.
Oh, I know. So I was thinking that's pretty dangerous. Too.
When did they make what? And I forget the term, but when the crank actually free spun, because that's direct. What year would that have
Well,
come
when
in?
the brake came out in 1901.
That's when they put it.
And the very first prototype is right here. Here's the prototype right
What
here.
year is
It's
this
the
one here?
first. It's the first braking hub. This is the very first one made.
This one doesn't show the year.
New
on it.
departure.
No, not the year.
Remarkable.
Very rare.
Yeah. That's amazing that that tire has the name of the manufacturer all the way around it.
And
As the
think of it,
tread.
It's a selling idea because they're riding on muddy roads.
Yeah, it's
So-
leaving the mark right in the road.
It would leave the name of the company in the mud.
Oh my gosh.
That's
And then
smart
they
advertisement.
Salesman.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Good with marketing. Wow.
I'm just gonna kill these legs.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you said
1914
you
Excelsior.
Rocky pretty good, eh?
What was that?
I said you knew the guys at Rockies pretty good back in the 70s and
Lloydie. I knew Lloydie.
Did you know? Yeah, I knew Lloyd. Did you know Walt Rossi though?
Yeah.
Good tall guy.
1912.
Yeah, he, painted my
Yale.
Harley in 73 for me for a show.
Well, when I was a young
Yeah,
boy, I used to
yeah.
ride my bicycle from Adelaide Street to Warncliffe to go look in the window.
The Emery there, yeah.
Because he sold CCMs also.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sold CCM
I
bicycles.
didn't know that. Yeah,
1907. Reading Standard motorcycle.
Jerry Farmer in Middleton. My dad and him were on the milk board.
Okay.
And Rocky would be a kid back in that day. He'd be like 15.
1901. Lamson.
Motorcycle around in those days.
Well, their family had a huge dairy,
Yeah, well, they did, yeah.
Robb Dairy.
That's exactly right, yeah. Like my
And
dad.
you can find Robb Dairy bottles. They're very highly sought after. They'll bring $200 a bottle.
Okay, I didn't know about the bottles.
Yeah.
But,
The dairy bottles.
1907.
okay, yeah,
Marsh.
I probably shouldn't. You know.
Some dairy bottles are stupid money.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so anyway, there's all the guys there. I see Gary periodically. Gary was kind of the boss in Wellington.
Right where the fire cellar and that was.
Yeah, not far from
He built
Indians.
Indians. And they used to do hill climbs in Byron, where the sand hill is there, where the gravel pit is.
Okay.
And there used to be hill climbs there.
Huh.
And
Didn't know that.
Ray J was climbing the hill on his Indian, made it to the top. And you had to turn around at the top and come back down the hill you went up.
Wow.
Some local history of pedal
And
bikes.
he's coming down the hill. And he's going at an extreme amount of speed and he can't slow the Indian down.
Yeah.
And he hits a log
Oh my
on the
God.
hill.
It's like when
The
they-
bike goes flying to the left, he goes flying to the right, and his left leg goes flying to the middle.
Oh no.